More than 5,000 woke teachers signed pledge to break the law to teach CRT regardless of the law. They said they will teach this no matter what laws are passed. Throughout much of 2021, conservatives in both classrooms and in the halls of state legislators have been fighting back against the pervasive influence of critical race theory and critical theory in general in public schools. It is racist. It teaches your kids to hate each other by the color of their skins, teaches discrimination based on race, and it teaches segregating kids based on race. That is CRT core principles, taught by Ibram X. Kennedy and Robin DiAngelo. So anybody who's telling you different, who's saying that this isn't being taught in school, that's a lie. Joy Reid. They are liars. They are lying to you because they think they can fool the masses. Breaking. 3 days after their annual meeting concludes, NEA Today and the nation's largest teacher union scrubs the agenda items, announcing that the nationwide campaign to push CRT from their website. Why are they covering up the support for CRT? Because they are getting found out. They're going to get found out exactly what this shit is and what is happening to your kids, getting indoctrinated to this racist rhetoric. But it's not there anymore. It's not there anymore. Why would they delete it if it's such a great thing? Why would they scrub it if it's such a great, wholesome thing? Because they are liars. Just like this, critical race theory high school instructor warns students to not talk about the class to anyone else. As part of the critical race theory teachings, sponsored by Pizza Hut in first book, rage for the machine, right? On one South Carolina high school teacher was revealed telling students to not talk about the contents of her class outside of her class.
Because some of the topics that we're going to talk about, we are going to be talking about some inequalities, social inequalities. And the one thing that you do need to know is it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough talking about some of this stuff. But you need to be able to recognize within yourself and within others the difficulties of speaking about certain things.
I'm about to teach a unit on social justice. The lesson that I taught is the first class of a unit. And this is where we establish ground rules.
So let's jump in. I'm sharing my screen right here. Discussion rules. I don't know how many of you know this book, Jason Reynolds, Long Way Down. Y'all know this one? All right. This is a phenomenal book. In this, he starts out the entire book by saying 3 rules, the 3 rules of the neighborhood. You have 3 rules. 1, no crying, no matter what. 2, no snitching. And 3, revenge. So when we talk about the 3 ground rules, these are the 3 ground rules of the neighborhood. Are these the 3 ground rules that you deal with in real life?
For the most part, yes.
All right. No snitching. What's said in this class?
Don't lead his class.
Exactly. Stays in this class.
If it's so wholesome, why do they gotta hide it? Why do they have to hide it? Why do they always cry when we are like, yeah, we want to put cameras in this, or we want to, in your class? Why do they cry if we're like, yo, can we ask our children what the fuck we're learning? What they're learning? Oh, why can't we be on the Zoom call with you? Why do they feel the need to hide it? Because they're evil and they're pushing evil ideology, and they know it. They know it. They're indoctrinating your kids, and if you see what your kids are learning, you will lose your mind on them. You will absolutely lose your mind when you see that these insane people, these racist people, these racist people that want to undo everything that Martin Luther King and all the progress that was achieved by the last, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, all the progress that was made by everybody who fought against racism and segregation and all that and brought equality and inclusion for everybody in the U.S. They want to undo all of that. And they're going to teach your kids and indoctrinate your kids to be exactly like that. But the mainstream media wants you to know that if you're concerned that your kids are being literally taught that whiteness is the devil, as stated in the book I showed you that is passed around in Arlington schools, you can look it up, they will roll their eyes, just as this guy did in the interview with Chris Rufo.
I'm deeply concerned about the substance, but what I'm concerned about and what millions of parents are really concerned about is things that are happening in hundreds of public schools in Illinois and Chicago, where they're teaching children as young as kindergarten that whiteness is the devil and attempts to lure people into it with the promise of stolen land and stolen riches. That's a book that's being used in hundreds of schools. And people don't think that's right. People want to know where it comes from. People want to know what ideologies inform it.
He rolled his eyes because he has nothing to say about it. They know. They know they're being liars and manipulators. They know. The mainstream media knows. They lie outright every time. They lie as much as they can. Because they have nothing good to say about it. Just like most liberals, they just use emotions and attacks against regular people. If you break down their entire ideology, they will attack you because they have no response to your questionings and your knowledge. They have no response. That's why they need to use eye rolls, sighs, no. Embracing critical theory. Teachers Union says they, not parents, control what kids learn. Oh, that's really interesting that you think that. So the teachers admittedly say we can indoctrinate your kids. You can't teach them anything. We're the arbiters of truth. You are not. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. And I just want to point out that China has gotten rid of all this shit because it is cancerous. They dropped this egg onto our country, as did the big banks on Occupy Wall Street and all those corporate cronies. They dropped this, what was it? The political, the culture war. They essentially just dropped the culture war on everybody to protect themselves and get everybody fighting against each other. They dropped the race-baiting bullshit and this critical theory think onto everyone. And now it's the culmination of everything that is happening, everything that has happened since 2012 was the end of Occupy Wall Street. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the end of that to now is the culmination is happening now. You're seeing the effects of that now. Wait till the effects of critical theory in school, indoctrinating your kids, starts. Wait till that culminates in about 10 years. Unless you stand up and tell them no, you will not teach my kids that, or pull your kids out of school. It's going to be bad in the next 10 years. I can tell you that. But that's going to be a video, guys. Let me know in the comment section below what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.